What's going on, everybody? Mike Sotero down here in South Florida. We're going to get this thing kicked off in about 2 minutes. I know a lot of people are having some problems, but they're finally getting access to a computer. They're getting on. So just text your teams, call your teams. It's going to be a really, really good training. We're going to get this thing kicked off in about 2 minutes. So just be patient and invite your teams. We're going to get this thing kicked off in 1 minute, everybody. In 1 minute, we're going to get this thing started. "30 seconds, guys. We're going to get this thing rolling. So, shoot out the last couple of texts, send out the link to your team. This call will be recorded, but obviously you better hear it live. You get the information, start running with it. We'll start this thing in 30 seconds. Alrighty, welcome everybody to the Alliance Monday night training call. You just heard from Star Royal Ambassador Brad Alcazan about an hour ago on the Alliance opportunity. So if you're brand new, first time calling in, welcome to our nightly The Alliance webinar. And tonight's topic is is your belief system. So if you don't have a pen and paper, grab that really quick. I'll give you like 10 seconds. When I first got started 2 years ago, I was literally a sponge. From every single person around me, upline, downline, sideline, crossline. I was always taking notes. I was always absorbing the information. And I encourage everybody to take away 1 or 2 things tonight that you can run with. But tonight we're going to talk about your belief system and really what it takes, to take your business to the next level. Because when I first got involved with, the Alliance and Vima, I was a really negative person. I grew up in a negative household. My dad was positive, my mom was negative. That's why they ended up, splitting at one point, because it just didn't work out. So I can tell you right now, going back to when I first got involved, I realized everybody is, programmed, oh, Pat Comer's on the call. Welcome. Everybody's, wants to succeed and has big goals and dreams, but not everybody's going to go out there and do it. And I realized that, the people that believe in themselves are the people that usually are the ones that go out there and create a large income, build large organizations, at the end of the day, make the most money and help the most people. So I want you to ask yourself tonight, have you sold yourself on this concept called the Alliance? Have you sold yourself, with the partnership that we have with Vima? When I first got involved, I looked in the mirror and said, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. This business started 2 years ago for myself, Pat Comer, about 3 years ago. And I realized we're all chasing the same, common goal. We all want to have that freedom where we can do whatever we want, whenever we want. But I realized that the truth is that only a certain amount of people are going to be able to do that. Only a few people will become successful. And I realized day one is that it's all revolved around your belief system. So I started focusing on, growing. I started focusing on people contacting me to get started. And in my first 97 days, I was fortunate enough to hit the level of diamond and get into a brand new car that Vima was helping me pay for. And I realized it's not because I was special. It's because day one, I got in this business and I didn't need faith. I didn't need faith at all. I already saw Brad making income, Pat making income. I saw Tom making a large income. I saw that it was possible. Now I just had to believe that it was possible for me. And I saw that day one. And that's kind of why we had that quick start jump out here in South Florida. So tonight I want to talk about your beliefs, your dreams, really what do you believe in? I know that you have to dream big. I know every single seven-figure, eight-figure earner in the world. I think there's 1,600 billionaires in the world I saw last night, on Instagram, and I know every single one of them, knew they were going to be successful when they were young. They knew it was going to happen. They didn't know how, and you might be on the call tonight wondering, how am I going to hit legend? I haven't even hit bronze yet. How am I going to hit pinnacle or diamond or gold or silver? And you just got to believe that you're already there. You got to see yourself already at that goal. You got to tell yourself, I'm already silver, I'm already silver, I'm already silver, I'm already diamond, I'm already diamond, I'm already pinnacle. And it's, if you don't know where you're going, it's like you have this destination, but you have no directions, if that makes sense. So understand, you can talk yourself into your dreams, and you can talk yourself out of them just like that. The goal tonight is for me to help you guys really believe in yourselves. Like Les Brown says, if you're casual about your dreams, you'll probably end up as a casualty. If you're casual about your dreams, you'll probably end up as a casualty. Make sure your dreams are clear. Make sure that you know exactly what you want. Who do you want to be waking up next to? Where do you want to be living? What car do you want to drive? All those things need to be written down on paper. I just opened up an old notebook that from June of 2013 when I went to the regional out there in San Diego, my first FEMA event, and I opened up to a page and I saw my entire life was written out for the next 10 years. It was written out, a year ago, and I have 9 more years to make those dreams on that paper become a reality. And it just shows you that long-term depth of vision. If you're in this thing to make a quick buck, quick frenzy bonus, and then hop out of it, it's not going to work. But when you truly believe in what you're doing and the message, empowering people to do better physically and financially, you truly believe in that, I know that you can become successful. And here's a big time bomb that a lot of people hit, and it really hurts them, it sets them back, is they compare themselves to other people. When I first got involved, I knew Brad has been involved 8 years longer than me. So I wasn't going to be like, damn, he's making all this money, wow, I don't want to do this anymore. I didn't compare myself to other people, but if you do that, it's really going to hurt yourself. It's really going to hurt you, in the long run. Don't worry about other people's journeys. Stay focused on your journey. It's your journey. Don't worry about what other people are doing, because I'm telling you, you can get distracted really fast. You can start worrying about all these negative things and what they're doing over there and these other companies. Focus on your journey. It took Brad like 3.5 years to go presidential. It took some people in this company like 10 months. Results not typical. It's based on the personnel. So focus on where you're going. Don't compare yourself to other people. And I heard this quote, it's in The Magic of Thinking Big. It says, how big we think when we lose, determines how long until we win. So when you lose, and you get down, when are you going to flip the switch and start thinking better? And that's going to determine how long until you win. Because we all hit this point in our business where we hit adversity. That's called business. Welcome to business, guys. Welcome to entrepreneurship. You're going to hit adversity, and it's going to do 2 things to you. It's going to make you or it's going to break you. I was at Diamond for 9 months. 9 months I was stuck at 1 rank, and all it did, did I lose belief? No. Did I realize I have to work harder, work smarter? Of course. So understand that when you get hit, are you going to get back up, or are you going to quit like most people do? People quit at everything, guys. Marriages, sports, relationships, everything. You name it, people quit it every single day. And I can tell you why. It's because they didn't believe in themselves day one when they got into that relationship, when they got into that sport. They saw themselves doing it at the time, but they didn't believe that they could make it to the pros, or they didn't make it to 50 years of marriage, or whatever example you want to use. The point is if you don't see yourself already there, it's just not going to happen. The universe is really, really tricky, and what you put out is what you get back in. So stop feeling guilty about yourself. I was reading Asking It Is Given, and they're talking about how you shouldn't feel guilty if you want to get rich. Maybe you've had a negative connotation where money is the root of all evil, or don't trust the salesman, or these connotations that money's bad. That's not true. Money can be used for good things also. And I learned that when I saw, a really big paycheck, on my app, my like 8th month, that I was like, holy crap. And a lot of people would be like, wow, I don't even know if I'm ready for this. Some people join this business and then, they go out there and they frenzy, and they didn't even like mean to frenzy, if that makes sense, but it just happened. And, sometimes it scares people, those comma checks that, a lot of networkers call it, the comma checks. But when you help people get that check, it's going to raise their belief level. So when I got that check my 8th month, I'm not even going to talk about how much money it was, but I was like, holy crap, this is real. And all that did was boost my belief level even more and even more and even more. So the point is when new people join your business, don't even give them time to think. Get them immediately a paycheck. If there's a comment in it, great. If not, they need to get paid. I saw $20 on my first day in this business, and I was like, wow, this is real. My belief level went up. And if you're like an upline, if you have a team already assembled, your goal is to focus on your team and just pour belief into them. Focus on the new people and help them get a paycheck. When you can get people to gold and you can help them make an extra $500 to an extra $800 a month, what do you think that's going to do for their belief level? Because now they can turn around and show people how to hit gold. You get somebody to diamond, they can turn around and show somebody how to hit diamond. So just keep that in mind. Next thing I want to talk about is your world right now. The world you're living in is a reflection of your inside thoughts. So this outer world that you're living in right now is determined by these inner thoughts you're having in your head, in your mind. And that's, it's kind of scary for some people, because some people might not be at where they want to be. But I can tell you, it's probably because you had a previous thought in the past. Maybe you had a lot of momentum and you're like, holy crap, this probably can't last. Or maybe you had no momentum and then you're like, I'm going to get momentum, I'm going to get momentum, I'm going to get momentum. And then it started happening. So it's like literally, it's like when you change the way you think, the things you look at start to change. Just change your thought pattern. If you ever get into, a negative mood, a negative state, fix your physiology, stand up straight, and understand, maybe you have to write out your goals, like Bob Proctor was talking about this past weekend at the YPR kickoff. If you ever get in a state of boredom or you don't know what to do, write out your goals. That's going to put you in a better state, put you in harmony with the universe, and you're going to basically go out there and you're going to put out your goals in the universe. And the universe asks, whatever you are seeking, it is also seeking you. I would definitely write that down. Whatever you are seeking, it is seeking you. Next thing I want to go over, definitely write this down, is progress equals happiness. Whether it's, you're progressing in a relationship, you're progressing in your book, you're progressing in your cycles, you're progressing in this business, progress equals happiness. And a lot of people get it confused. Slow progress is still progress. If you go from 20 cycles to 22, yeah, it's only 2 cycles, but you're going to be like, hell yeah, I'm fired up. I cycled twice. I'm growing. See things as they are, not worse than they are. Too many people see things worse than they are. Don't focus on that. Focus on what things are going to get better. But for things to get better, you have to get better. That's something that you have to understand. And it comes back right down to your belief system, your core. What do you believe in? And, belief, I think if you raise your belief, you're going to raise your results. And here's one thing that I know that the Alliance movement is going to definitely do and, change, where this company's going, is that we simply have to raise our standard. Write that down. Raise your standard, or raise my standard. Your standard in all aspects of life. This year, what are your goals for fitness? Lose weight, gain weight. Write that down on paper. But raise your standard. I understand, my goal is star presidential, 375 cycles, 1,500 on the power, 550 on the profit, by the end of this year. I raised my standard for this year. What does your standard look like? I know when I first got involved, the standard was diamond in 90 days. We had like 7 kids out here in South Florida go diamond in 90 days, and that was the standard. That was the standard. Bronze in 7 days was the standard. We have to get back to that standard. What does your team's, rank advancement culture look like right now? Are people ranking up? Are people not ranking up? Are people's cycles going down? Are they going up? That's all because of the standard. It's because of the message in that group. And with the Alliance is that what's cool about the Alliance is we're going to be able to have this one message of physical fitness and financial, where everybody's on the same page. So together with all the leadership that we have, all the diamonds and presidentials and executives and ambassadors that we have, is that it's all of our job to raise our standard for the new people. New people get involved, they got to make money straight up. They have to make money their first week. We understand, I understand is that when people get involved and, they don't make money, they're probably going to be out. They're probably going to quit. Let's just have that mentality that they're going to quit if they don't make money the first month. It's going to push you. It's going to push me to help them start earning income right away. And I got this from Morton actually this past weekend. He said, when you win, nothing hurts. When you win, nothing hurts. When everybody's rank advancing, nothing hurts. And going back to that adversity, when you lose, or when you learn, not lose, excuse me, when you learn, what happens? Do you go up? Do you go down? Where are your emotions at? Where's your belief level at when you're learning, not losing? Nobody loses in this business. But where are you at? With your belief level. I understand is that a business goes up and down. That's how businesses work, guys. Maybe your cycles are high right now, maybe they're low. But guess what? The past is the past. Make peace with that, and let's focus on where we're going with the future. We have a lot of exciting things within the alliance, within the company Vima that we partnered up with, and just within all the organizations. A lot of Super Saturdays going on, new product launches, the alliance videos coming out. Really excited for the future. And just ask yourself, do I want to win in 2015 or do I want to learn just like 2014? Do I going to win in 15? Or am I going to learn again in 14? You don't have to go through that. In 14, it was a learning process. We learned a lot. We saw what worked. We saw what didn't work. Now we have the alliance, a message that everybody needs to be plugged into on the Facebook pages and through the groups. And I know this for a fact. If you begin doing what you should be doing anyways, you will be so fascinated on how wealthy that you can get in the next 36 to 48 months. And I'll say that again. If you begin doing what you should be doing, and you know what you need to be doing, but a lot of us just aren't doing it, you'll be, amazed on how wealthy you can get in the next 36 to 48 months. All of us know what it takes. We need to do the calls. We need to call our team. We need to personally enroll. But who's actually going out there and doing it? I saw on the YPR kickoff there was a panel of 4 speakers. All of them had like more than 7 to 14 PQs these past 90 days. Be one of those people that stands out, that's a good recruiter. And then that can help those people that you bring in and take them down the pipeline and get them, rank advancing and building teams. Because you need to become the momentum. Stop waiting on, the lines or stop waiting on Vima. You become the momentum. We're giving people the tools. You have the products. You have everything you need. Just decide, I'm going to become the momentum. And just like Jim Rohn talks about, winter never follows winter. Winter never follows winter. Guess what, guys? Winter's done. Spring and fall are here, and 2015 is going to be your year if you decide it to be. Nobody said this was going to be easy, but it will be worth it. But you have to understand is that if you don't believe in yourself tonight on 1/12/15, January 12th, 2015, how do you expect to continue going on? Just don't. If you don't believe in yourself today, why waste your upline time tomorrow? Why waste your downline's time tomorrow? Why enroll somebody and then you quit? Don't be that person. I wanted to be the upline that when I get people on board, they can come straight to me for anything. That I can help you with any single thing that you need. And with the alliance, I keep saying the word the alliance, because we're trying to, basically ingrain that into your head tonight, is that you have so much support, you have so many tools, you have so many people that are going to be willing to help you, that all you have to do is go out there and do it. You have the journey. You have the system. You have everything you need to succeed. The question is, the guy and the girl in the mirror going to do it or not? And last thing I want to talk about is these 3 questions. Write these down, and then we're done with this call. Number 1, when was your business the best? And if you're brand new, maybe write these questions down for the future. Number 1, when was your business the best? Number 2, when was your business the slowest? And be honest. And number 3, what is the difference? So when was your business the best? When was it the slowest, the worst? And what's the difference? And that difference, I want you to highlight it, circle it, underline it. I want you to do everything to that word. Write it down 100 times. And I want you to do that. And that might be personally enrolling, PBRs, home events, Skype calls, whatever it is. I want you to do that. I want you to get back to what you were doing when you were, rank advancing and your team was growing. How were you thinking? And then I want you to do that and do that and do that and do that and do that over and over and over again, because that's what we got to get back to. So with that, in closing, guys, I'm fired up. I know that 2015 is going to be all of our year to go out there and, make a difference with the Alliance. I know we have a ton of leadership throughout the board. We had an executive board leaders meeting, or whatever we're going to call it last night, a board of directors meeting with a bunch of leaders. We have the official copy of the journey releasing in the next 12 to 20 days. January 31st and down here in South Florida, January 31st in San Diego, there's a regional. Michigan State, 24th if you're in the Midwest. Make sure we're promoting these calls, guys. These events. Events do change lives. We're building this business from event to event. Personally, in Florida, we will have a Super Saturday or regional every single month, once a month, that we can promote to. So with that, guys, I'm excited. And let's just go out there and take action. You can do this thing. You can go out there and become a huge success story within VEMA. You deserve to be speaking at these events. Super Saturdays, regionals, national convention in June 11th through the 14th. Put that in your calendar. You can do it, and I believe in you guys. So with that, Executive Mike Sotero signing off. I will talk to everybody soon.